Hello. I'm gonna try my best to convey my message as accurately as possible with this. Pardon me if my daughter starts doing weird, annoying crap in the background. She has been really pushing it. Um, but uh, so start making decisions with your life and living your life. How do I want to put this? So, imagine having an art project and having just like a blank canvas. If you're an artist, that's probably pretty exhilarating to you. You have the knowledge to create whatever you want to, and it's right there. You have the opportunity, and you can use your imagination and come up with the best thing possible. Take pieces from each different pieces of art, and implement it into your art piece. You could paint a magnificent picture. That's awesome. So that's kind of where I'm at with my life right now. Uh, so I'm always kind of talking in the perspective of an athlete and also recovering drug addict and alcoholic. Um, so when you start your life, right, you're a baby, you grow up, you have all these things thrown at you, um, and you mold yourself, or the environment molds you into a character, and that character goes on to do stuff with their life that is usually aligned with that character. So the phenomenon that I'm going to be kind of talking on right now, I don't know what to call it, but I would imagine that it happens with a lot of like drug addicts that are starting their life over, possibly people who had just got out of prison, possibly like born again Christians, Buddhists. I don't know, people who have like a huge, real, like deep realization about something and just decide to just completely start over, trash everything, and start over. It's a pretty awesome feeling, but it also can be a little bit scary too because you don't know if you're making the right decisions and stuff. So most people, they're born and they get molded into a character, and then they go on to fulfill that character throughout their life. So uh, with me, somewhat of the same type of thing happened, obviously, but I chose a bad road and I went down drugs and alcohol, and eventually, well, recently I've kind of came to the realization that I really never knew who I was. I always was either trying to fill a role in which I thought that I needed to fill so other people accepted me. Um, I was always doing things to be accepted by others, um, for whatever reason. I probably had a lot to do with my home life and my upbringing and stuff, but whatever. Um, what I'm getting at is that I never had a true identity of myself very much until I got into like boxing and MMA and like running and stuff like that. I never had a real true identity or idea or a character that I built, especially not a good character. So when I went through my addiction and everything, I really went downhill. But coming out of it and coming out on the other side uh, presented a lot of problems for me in my life, because I didn't really know how to handle a lot of situations without that stuff being an option, or without like an easy road being an option. Um, so it was really scary for me being getting sober and clean and stuff, and being a person. So one day I was just like, man, I really don't know who I am. I don't know who Zachary Akins is, and it was kind of a weird feeling. But like these books that I've been reading too, kind of make that realization a little bit easier to cope with. Um, so like a lot of like Christians or whatever, they like find God and like have a driving force that they could do something with their life. Like Buddhists, like a lot of people have like huge deep realizations in life, and they realize that they are the artists, and that their life is a canvas, is a blank slate in which they can create anything and everything that they ever wanted to, as long as you take the necessary steps. So that's what I'm kind of talking about with this video. Is I don't really know the whole point of my talking right now. I'm just talking because it's a lot of realizations I've recently been having. Um, but I have a blank slate, and it's pretty cool because so like as a kid you're not really aware too much that you can create whatever type of life you want. You know, you're kind of influenced by other people, so you don't a lot most people from my understanding don't have a huge realization that they're like, wow, I can do whatever I want with my life. So that's why it's so like cool and fascinating as an adult having a realization or coming out of drug addiction, uh because you have the knowledge, you're mature mentally enough to realize that you do have a blank slate, that you can create anything that you want, and that you can pick pieces of the puzzle from wherever you want and create a fucking beautiful picture. So I guess to have a point for this video, I guess if you're going through drug addiction, alcohol addiction, pretty much any type of addiction, there's a lot more addictions than drug and alcohol for sure. But if you're going through anything in life, really, or even if you're not, man, you know what's beautiful about life is that you can start today. If you're fucking homeless, I don't know, grew up without mom, dad, everything, made a lot of fucking mistakes in the past. Uh, that's a topic for another video, but made a lot of mistakes in the past. What's fucking beautiful about life, dude, is that you can make a decision, and it might sound simple because it is simple, but it's not easy. But what's awesome about life is you can make a decision any day, any time of any day. You could wake up at 2 a.m. and make a fucking decision and erase what you drew, what you created to a point, and create something entirely new that you want to create. So don't ever think that you are stuck in your situation. The only reason you're stuck in a situation is because you choose to be stuck in a situation. Um, you can start right now, you can start tomorrow and create a brand new life. It doesn't matter if you're 50 years old, it doesn't matter if you're 10 years old, it doesn't matter if you're 70 years old. Somebody I really like to listen to is Eric Thomas, or E.T. the hip hop preacher, and a really cool quote that I really like is, make the rest of your life the best of your life. Because your circumstances don't determine who you are or where you're going. If you let them, they can, but you decide where you're going in life and where you want to take it, what you want to do, how great you want to be, how horrible you want to be, how you want to let your past affect you negatively, or how you want to let your past strengthen you and make you stronger for the future. Uh, yeah, that's me signing off. Drop a comment, give a like, or something. I'll be making a lot more videos in the coming days, weeks, minutes, whatever. All right, stay strong and keep it up. Peace.